questions that I'm about to answer are for Pierre. And number one, how did you first get into video games? So I first got into video games because my dad brought home a Super Nintendo. And I remember it vividly. My brother and I were like sitting there and we're like, what is this contraption? We had to be super young, like 6 or 7 or something, ridiculously young. And I remember like the TV was this big and he plugged it in and it was Super Mario World. Like I remember it like clearly. Yes. Yeah, and I was like just in love with the colors and I thought Yoshi looked really cool. And my brother and I couldn't stop playing, and a full-blown obsession with video games happened after that. So yes. Number 2, what made you want to work in the gaming industry? To be honest, I had zero desire to work in the gaming industry. When I was in 7th grade, I had to pick out a career option in French class, and I picked out journaliste because I loved writing, and I loved reading back then. And so like I was like, okay, I don't want to be a teacher. I was looking at all this stuff and I was like, I want to be a Carmen Sandiego. I guess she was a detective, but I think like April O'Neil from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So like she was a reporter and I was like, yeah, I want to be a journalist. And for some reason after that, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And I was in broadcast news for like roughly a decade. And before my brother passed away, he was like, dude, like gaming is picking up huge. You know, my brother, he was the big gamer in the family, and like I always would like play with him growing up, and I like thought it was super fun and loved it, but like he was the diehard, he was the dedicated one, you know. And he was like, you should try to break into the gaming industry in LA. It's like growing pretty quickly. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, there is no way. Like those people are super talented. There's so much competition. Of course, everyone wants to be a video game host like in LA. Like, come on now. Like, who wouldn't want to do that? I just didn't think I could. Like, I did not have faith in myself. And after he passed away, I was like, okay, like, I'm going to try. I have to at least try, right? And I applied for IGN, and the rest is history. And then had a bunch of different video projects in the gaming industry and anime world after that. Since IGN, have you felt like you accomplished all your goals? What are my goals? I don't know. I don't have any goals. I'm just trying to get through, man. I have no idea where my life will lead me. Like, I thought I was going to be a TV news anchor, and I'm here now in a room that's purple and there's a bunch of lights going off. Like, I have no idea what the future holds. I know that
what may come. That's best sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
100%. Life leads you.
Yes, definitely. And I think that I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and I don't regret my stint in TV news. Like, it gave me a lot of the skills needed to be a video game host. So like, I'm happy for every experience that I've had. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just don't even know how to answer that. I'm just in disbelief at where I'm at. And I wish that Ian was here sometimes so I could be like, dude, like, this is happening. Like, I'm hosting E3. That's freaking wild. You know what I mean? And I think in ways he is with me. It's just in a different way. But man, like, I just know if he was physically here, like, man, he'd be going nuts. He'd be going crazy. So what video game makes you feel that the world is a better place? That's a tough one. The first thing that came to my mind was The Last of Us. I think, like, The Last of Us is so scary because the plot is so believable. I mean, especially after COVID, it's like, I'm hope there's no zombie, infected apocalypse happening, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I think it just is, you can see that happening and being forced into situations where you have to make like awful decisions. And while I was playing that game, like, I just was like, we're so blessed, you know? Like, we are truly blessed. I think that we take for granted something sometimes. So, yeah. What is the greatest challenge of being a woman in the gaming industry? That's an interesting question. You know, I'm good friends with Geocasts. I wouldn't say we're good friends, but like we hit each other up on Instagram all the time. Like I'm always like commenting on her stuff and she's hitting me up. Like I think if we got to spend more time with each other and she wasn't in the UK, we would probably be close. She's a dope woman. But it's interesting that you said that because she tweeted out something today that was like, you know, when people ask me, you know, about being a woman in the gaming industry, like I'm like, you know, I don't think about it like that. Like I think about it like I just want to be the best caster. I want to be the best desk host. I want to do my best. I want to perform well. Like I don't even think of it like that, you know? And I thought that was a really interesting answer. Without question, I think everyone has their cross to bear. And I think that, you know, everyone faces different challenges. And that's our journey. And it's our duty to try to navigate that stuff the best that we possibly can. Mm-hmm. So, honestly, I just think about how blessed I am. I think about my mother's life compared to mine. And I'm just like, I'm grateful that, you know, she has like made me the woman that I am today. And that I'm just determined and I'm focused and discipline and stuff like that. Like I don't know, for me it's like I'm just focused on surviving, you know? Is that a good answer?
And thriving. I mean, yeah, I think you
surviving and thriving, baby. We got to put that on a shirt. Okay. What inspires you to become a great gamer? What? I'm not a great gamer, Pierre. I don't know who told you that I'm a great gamer. I'm awful. I'm terrible. I'm not good. I'm like, I think I'm notoriously like awful at video games. I think that's why people watch my stream.
You're competitive and you put a lot of effort into
I am a hard worker and I love video games. I love video games. They are my safe space. They are like the friend I can always turn to when I feel like I don't have anybody. And the wise just said, what is your definition of a great gamer? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what a great gamer means, what that means. For me, I just want to have fun. I want to have a good time. I want to escape. Like, I can be a Jedi, or I can be someone trying to survive a zombie apocalypse, or I can be a badass warrior, like, chainsawing through skeletal demons. Like, I just like to have fun, you know? And do people find me inspirational? Like when I see like what inspires you, I'm just like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I think I just want to make people happy and I want to have fun, and you guys are my friends. So I'm happy.
Like, I think you're inspirational when you share your life experiences, because you know, people go through different things, and just through sharing it, people can relate to it and be like, oh, you know, this is how you learned.
Yeah.
And, you know, what you took out of it.
Okay, okay.
You know, yeah.
Okay. And then, what is your favorite video game of all time? I'm going to say Illusion of Gaia, Super Nintendo. Nobody knows that game. I remember when I first started working at IGN, and that's the question they ask everybody when you start working at IGN, by the way, in case you guys wanted, like, a little insight into the IGN world. Like, you introduce yourself to everybody, and then they're like, what's your favorite video game of all time? And I said The Illusion of Gaia, and, like, nobody knew what it was. I was like, I understand. It's a Super Nintendo RPG. My brother and I played it religiously over and over again. And it was an extremely heavy and dark story. And it raised us. That game raised us. That game made us the people that we are today. And I'm so grateful that my parents bought it for us. They didn't realize how heavy and dark it was. But it definitely shaped us. And I would also say Chrono Trigger. That was definitely Ian's favorite game, I think, like by a landslide. And Ian loved like everything, like first person shooters, MOBAs, strategy tactical games. Like he literally loved like video games more than I've ever seen someone love video games. Like when we were kids, I just, I liked playing video games. He loved playing video games. Like he was always on his Game Boy or like his Nintendo 3DS, or when we were at home he would PC game for hours on end. Like he truly those lights are really screwing with my I'm sorry. Sorry, Corgany. Is it the nano leaf? I don't know. Sorry. Well, Shy Anthrax likes my room. Korg definitely doesn't like my room. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so Pierre, there's the answer to your questions. And if you guys ever want me to answer questions for you, like on an in-depth scale like this, I mean, go be a patron. Pierre signed up for one of the upper tiers, and I was like, dude, bro, I got you. You know what I mean? And of course, if you can't sign up for some of the upper tiers, like, understandable, but even the $5 a month, it goes a long way, you guys. Like, I work my tail off to make content. You can ask Cece. Like, I'm dropping TikTok videos every day, trying to make content for Instagram. I'm making a podcast for YouTube, and then on top of that, I have jobs. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just I really like whatever is raised through Patreon and Twitch, like it just helps me to continue to create content, and that's like what I hope to do for you all. So Pierre, thank you. Yay.